Welcome to Museum After Hours Online. Coming up, we have Rebecca Rose playing some beautiful music. Our friends at Tonic will be providing us with some great cocktail ideas for the evening. And we also have a little insight into our new summer exhibition, Titanic. Sit back and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Tom from Tonic, and I'm going to take you through a couple of cocktails today which were actually served on the Titanic itself. The first one is called a romaine punch. Now, this cocktail was actually served at the Faithful Last Dinner, and it was actually part of their meal plan, and it was a palate cleanser throughout. Now, this drink consists of orange juice, lemon juice, white rum, and then a little bit of sugar syrup and also egg white, but we'll get to that in just a minute. First of all, you want to chill your glass. This makes sure that the drink comes out at the right temperature when you serve it, but we will be discarding this as soon as possible. So first of all, we're going to get our measurement and pour in 25 ml of white rum. Then we're going to do 25 ml of fresh orange juice. $15 ml of a simple syrup, which is just a simple sugar syrup. A 1-to-1 ratio is easiest. We like to do ours a little bit denser. And then a 15 ml of fresh lemon juice as well. Now we'll get onto the egg whites. So when you use an egg white in drinks, there's a stigmatism that you're gonna eat the egg or stuff like that. It's actually not the case. What you're doing is using the egg white to emulsify the drink. So you separate the water and the proteins with the alcohol and the citrus within the drink, and all you're doing is adding a nice silky texture to the drink itself. I like to separate in a separate glass because you don't want eggs or yolk actually splitting into it. There we go. And then we're going to do a dry shake first. So what this does is aerates the egg white with the drink, which is where the chemical reaction inside actually happens with the emulsification. So you want to give it quite a hard shake with that, just to make sure you get the nice silky texture. And then we're going to do cubed ice and give it its last shake to bring it down to temperature. Make sure it's on properly, you don't want egg white all over you. Now the unique thing about this drink is actually it's still served with some crushed ice in the drink, which in today's standard with egg white drinks isn't actually very natural, because the water will actually start taking away from the drink, but with this drink itself it actually complements it massively. So I'm just going to add a small amount of crushed ice into it, and then we're going to use our Hawthorn strainer and a fine tea strainer just to make sure we don't get any bits or anything else in it. And then it is topped off with champagne. And lastly, finished off with a small bit of citrus zest. And then we have a punch romaine. So this drink is called a Rob Roy. It was invented in 1894 and it was at the Astoria Hotel, which also happens to be the Empire State Building now. This drink was named after a popular Broadway show at the time, which was called Rob Roy. The thing with this drink was it was so popular all over the world. Every top cocktail bar in that era would have been serving it. So it makes sense why in first class on the Titanic, they're also serving it on their menu. Now this drink consists of Scotch whisky, sweet vermouth, Angostura bitters, and then cherry to garnish and also orange peel. So first of all, what you want to do is chill your glass. What this does, keeps your glass at a nice temperature, so when you add your drink at the perfect temperature, it stays like it for the whole duration of your drink. Now with this drink, it's a stirred down drink. The reason behind that is because we want to control the dilution, and also as it's alcohol forward, it complements more to a steadier hand. So first of all, we're going to go with 50 ml of Scotch whisky. $20 ml of a sweet vermouth. And then we're going to go with 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Next, we're going to add cubed ice into our glass all the way up. The purpose of this is to chill the glass and also bring the cocktail down to a temperature ready to be served. So when you're mixing a cocktail along these lines, an old fashioned, for instance, Sweet Manhattan, a Rob Roy, you want to have a nice steady pace, and as you go along you want to taste it just to make sure you're finding that perfect balance between dilution but also alcohol contents. It still needs a little bit more, so I'm just going to carry on for about another 30 seconds or so. And that's perfect. We're going to discard our crushed ice and we're going to single strain our drink into the glass. For the garnish with this, it is a orange peel just the zest around the edge and then discarded. And then we finish it off with a singular maraschino cherry dropped into the bottom. And there we have it, a Rob Roy.
Welcome to Titanic Honour and Glory. It is such a privilege to welcome you to this incredible exhibition on display at Worcester City Art Gallery and Museum. As we come into the museum, we come face to face with incredible stories and incredible artifacts from the Titanic, our owners, the White Star Line, and room recreations bringing to life what that would have been like on the Titanic, right down to third class, the immigrant trade, the immigrant passenger on their way across the North Atlantic for a new life in the new world of America. Cabin C-57, the parlour suite, which was occupied by Isidore and Ida Strauss, another faithful recreation within the exhibition, will bring to life a grandeur of first class. And as we go through the exhibition, we will learn more of the Worcestershire connections, the stories, including Henry Samuel Morley of Morley's High Class Confectionery, which actually had a shop just around the corner from the museum, just near the train station at Foregate Street. The true love story that blossomed and their incredible voyage as they departed England for the new world of America. Then we'll see incredible artifacts that bring the real story to life, including that of a lifeboat nameplate that bears the words SS Titanic. It is only one of 3 that exist in the world today. A pocket watch, which stopped at 2:20 in the morning, its hands forever frozen in time, bringing that history to life. Then we see an incredible first-class lady's nightgown, the nightgown that she wore as she left the Titanic as it was foundering in the North Atlantic Ocean on April 15, 1912. We'll see some of the beautiful chinaware, the silverware that was a prestige of the White Star service, providing incredible food on board for their incredible voyage across the Atlantic. Titanic was described as a floating city at sea, the grandest ship in the world, the largest ship in the world, and she certainly was that. And we will experience all of that grandeur as we view the exhibition in its entirety and the incredible artifacts on display. For many first-class passengers, promenading on the boat deck was very, very important. And in the exhibition, we can see a beautiful steamer chair, which actually belonged to one of the Olympics captains, Captain Parker. And this steamer chair is there as it was at the time of the Titanic, to give that real sense of the first class experience on the majestic liner Titanic. And then as we go along into the exhibition, we come face to face with Hollywood. The James Cameron film brought the Titanic to life. The interiors were brought to the screen. We had the characters played by Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. You can experience up close and personal their actual costumes, which they wore in the film. And then we can see the dazzling part of the ocean necklace that Kate Winslet wore in the movie. It's an incredible exhibition which will put you on board the Titanic. You're getting to see artifacts that are very, very rare, many unseen before, and for one limited time engagement in Worcester, we're going to get a chance to experience the legend of the Titanic. We will proudly bring history to life where the past is always present. So welcome on board Titanic. Enjoy and experience the magnificent ship RMS Titanic. Welcome aboard.